Hello guys, so I have roughly prepared one coordinate system. This is my coordinate system, okay, with 4 quadrants. So now I'll keep it here just for the time being. Okay, so just observe that this is my first quadrant, this is my second, this is third, and this is my fourth quadrant. Okay, so this is HP, horizontal plane, and this is vertical plane, VP. Okay, and this is the line which is separating VP and HP, that is XY line or reference line. Okay, so above HP in front of VP it is first quadrant, above HP behind VP it is second quadrant, below HP behind VP it is third quadrant, and in front of VP and below HP it is fourth quadrant. Okay, so these are the 4 quadrants here. So we have our observer here, so let us treat him as our observer. So I'll keep him here. Now see, his position is always fixed. Okay, the object may lies in any of the quadrants. The observer observes that object from his fixed position, and as you can observe here, the observer can directly see first and fourth quadrant, but second and third he cannot directly see those quadrants because of VP. But one thing is, HP and VP, both the planes here are transparent, so somehow we can see the object from his fixed position. Now I have considered the first quadrant individually. So the observer is here and also the quadrant, that is first quadrant. So as you all know, this is my VP and this is my HP, that is horizontal plane and vertical plane. So also there are 2 planes here, that is profile planes. So this is my left profile plane and this is my right profile plane. That is because you can observe here, see, this is our observer. Towards the left of the observer there is one plane, that is left profile plane, and towards the right of the observer there is one plane, that is right profile plane. Okay, now let us assume this object in the first quadrant. Okay, so now when this observer observes that object, the front view of the object will be projected on VP, correct? And if the observer observes the same object from top, then the projection of the object will be projected on HP, right? Similarly, if the observer wants to see the left side of the object, the projection will be fall on the right profile plane. Also, when the observer wants to see the right side of the object, then the projection will fall on left profile plane. So this is what happens in the first quadrant. Okay, so guys, it is clear that in the first quadrant, the left side view of the object will be projected on right profile plane, and the right side view of the object will be projected on left profile plane. We just now saw that, right? Because the first quadrant is immediately next to the observer. So there is one more quadrant which is immediately next to the observer, that is fourth quadrant. So not just in first quadrant, even in fourth quadrant, the left side view of the object will be projected on right profile plane, and the right side view of the object will be projected on left profile plane. Fine. Now since the second quadrant and third quadrant is towards the other side of the observer, VP is there in between. So in those quadrant, what happens is, in second and third quadrant, the left side view of the object will be projected on left profile plane, and the right side view of the object will be projected on right profile plane. So this is in case of second and third quadrant. Left side view on left profile plane and right side view on right profile plane, because in between the observer and the object there is plane. But in case of first and fourth quadrant, what happens? The object was in between observer and plane, but in case of second and third quadrant, the plane is in between observer and object. So that is why in second and third quadrant a different thing will happen. Okay, so these things you have to keep in mind before getting into the problem. Fine, thank you.